So in this video, we will be connecting our cloud connector with Business Application Studio, as well as we will be configuring our Business Application Studio, or we can say we will be subscribing to the Business Application Studio. Okay, so in our last video, we have already configured the cloud connector. I will provide the link of that video in the description. So let's log into our cloud connector first. This is the URL http://localhost and the port number is 8443 and administrator and the password. Click on login. So now we are in here. What we need to do is we need to configure this so that our Business Application Studio is able to communicate with our ABAP Trial system, which we have installed on our local machine in the VirtualBox. So now let's log into our Business Application Studio. So the URL is hanatrial.ondemand.com. If you already not have an account on this, there are plenty of videos, good videos available, step-by-step guide. You just create an account here, and as soon as you log in, you will land onto this page. I'm already logged in into this. There are two links. Go to your trial account, and this is the Business Application Studio. Okay, if you click on this directly, it's trying to connect to Business Application Studio for your trial account, and it's not getting anything. It means your account is not been subscribed for the Business Application Studio. Okay, so we need to first subscribe it, and then only we can be able to use it. Okay, so for that you need to click on go to your trial account, and this is our trial account which is been created, and a default trial account is created where we are using a provider as Amazon AWS, which is a cloud, and the reason I'm using is US East. Okay, there are multiple reasons as well which provide this service. Another is a Frankfurt reason. I'm using a US reason. Okay, so now the next step is we need to get a subscription of Business Application Studio for our trial account. So for that we will click on our sub account, and then on the left hand side these are all the details available. You can go through it. Go to services and click on this service marketplace, where all of the tools which are provided by the cloud, SAP Cloud or the BTP, everything is available here. You first need to subscribe to them, and then only you can use those services. So what we are looking for is Business Application Studio, this one. So click on this, and either you can click on this button, create space, or you can just click on the tile itself and click on the create button. What it will do, it will start the subscription process, and once that process is complete, we will be able to get into the Business Application Studio. So let this be default one, Business Application Studio service, and this is our trial plan. Click on create, and the creation is in process, so it will take a while, not much, but let's click on the view subscription here. Okay, so it is already been subscribed here. It was a fast one, so If it takes some time, then you will see some orange color progress bar. But now since we have already subscribed it, so this is our service, and then you can click on go to application. So when you click, now it will open the business application studio framework, or you can also open it from the home page here. Now if you click, earlier we were seeing some error page, but now if you see, since we are already subscribed, we will see this page. Now the next thing is, this is the first step which we have completed. The next step is to create a development space basically. Okay, what development space is? It's a pre-configured development environment which SAP provides you, just like a virtual machine on the cloud. You will get all the pre-installed tools and all the runtimes which are needed for the development. Okay, so now click on create a dev space here, and these are all the different options you will see. These are additional extensions for the development purpose. We are not using any of these for now. We are seeing the simplest stuff for now, but in some of the future videos we might be looking into some of these. Okay, so our main goal is to create the Fiori application. These are all different options. I will be using the Fiori application, and will be giving a dev space name. So I will provide a name code in means underscore dev, and click on the create dev space. So now it is creating our development space, or it is configuring our development environment for us so that we can use the environment and we can develop the applications. So it is starting, and it will take a while to get it complete. Once it is done, you will see something written in the green. You will see a started here in the green letters. Okay. So these are all the dates, and this much 3.9 GB is the space on the cloud which is provided by SAP to us, to our development space. So till the time this is not get used, we can use this. So let's wait till the time it gets created. Okay, so now our dev space is ready. The status has been changed to running. It means our virtual machine is been started and it's in running status. If you want to stop it or delete it, these are some of the options which you can explore. Let's create on our dev space. Okay, so this is the development environment which is on the cloud. It's more like, looks like a VS Code, but having a lot of more functionalities and more tools pre-installed to be used. Okay, so now the business application studio is running and it is configured. The next step is to configure our cloud connector. Okay, so for that, let's go to trial account and click on the trial account here, and click on the connectivity. If you see this option, a cloud connector, and click on this, So currently there is no cloud connector attached to this trial account. Okay. What we need to do is we need to get certain details, a unique detail from this account, and use that in the configuration for our cloud connector. Okay, so let's see what are all the options cloud connector is expecting. The very first thing is a reason. So in which region your account is been configured. Okay, so let's go here. So a region we are using is US East VA. So do an F4 and try to search US VA UA East VA. Okay, so select this one, and then it is asking for sub account. So this is your global account ID, and the sub account you will find when you enter into sub account. This is the sub account ID which is needed. So copy this and paste it here. Okay. Now the display name for this, let's take it to code in mints, and the email ID and password we need to provide. This detail is of your trial account. So using which email ID and which password you logged in into your BTP, the same email ID and password you need to provide here. Let's keep this thing default blank and click on save. Now what it's trying to do is it is trying to connect to your BTP trial account behind the scene using this sub account, and oh yeah, now it is connected. So it is still in progress, but we have got the certificate and everything. It means the connection has been established. Okay, so this is our cloud connector, and you see here disconnect, it means it is already been connected, and our sub account is code in means here. Okay, so now the status has been updated and we are now connected to our trial BTP account here. Now if you click on this button you will see some updates here. See, now you are connected with your cloud connector. Okay, so this one code in means is our sub account which is now being connected to our trial account, BTP trial account. Now the next thing is how to connect to on-premise system from cloud to on-premise. So let's click here and now click on the plus button. Now which system you want to connect? It is asking for a backend system. We have different options available. Let's keep it ABAP system and click on next. What protocol you are going to use, whether HTTP, HTTPS or any other thing. Okay, I want to connect it to HTTP only. Click on next, and then internal host and the port number. So this is the host number or the IP address which is of your local machine basically. Okay, so through which ID or the IP address uh, your machine is configured with. So if we see the IP address of our local machine, you just click on your machine name, configuration name, and do a property. So you will see the application ID, application server. This is my local machine, that's why it is this generic ID 127.0.0.1. So copy this and paste it here. Okay. So 127.0.0.1, and the internal port will be, you can get it from, so you need to log in to your system from which you need to connect, and to get the port number, go to this transaction SMICM, execute, and click on this services button. So we are using HTTP protocol, then our port would be 8000. Okay, and this is our host name, which is our local SAP machine. Okay, so either we can use this port or we can use this port as well. So let's use 8000 here and click on next. It is recommended to use virtual cloud site name that is different from the internal name. Okay, the system is just suggesting if you want to use the same IP address, which is fine, but you can also provide some other name here, just like code in means dot com, something like that. Okay, so either you can have this like domain name, or you can use the default one as well, which is SAP is suggesting here. So we will keep it default, and now click on next. Now the principal type is select none here, click on next, and the host in the request header, virtual host, select the host for request header field. Let's keep it default, click on next, next, and click on this button. So it will verify whether the internal host is valid or not, if there is any issue or not. Click on finish, and if you see this reachable, it means our configuration is correct, and this system is now reachable through this cloud connector. Okay, now the next thing is, when we are when we are able to connect with our on-premise system, when you see this status, now we need to tell what what section of our on-premise system should be accessible on the cloud or through the business application studio. Okay, so mainly we will be developing OData services, right? So for that, either we can provide a name. Okay, click here, and if you want to provide everything access to the cloud, you just need to put a slash here, and if you want to give a specific access for OData, so the path is SAP, then OPU, and then OData. Okay, so inside this our all services are there. Just for easy, I will be keeping a slash here by default, and change this option access policy to path and all subpaths. So whatever the path is there, and inside every path will be accessible here. It is not suggested, but just for easy thing we are doing a slash here. Okay, but this option is not suggested. This slash is not suggested in a practical scenario. Okay, this is just for the tutorial purpose. So click on save. Okay, so now If you see here, this option is turned green now, so accessible resources are available here, and this status is also on active. Okay, so now our cloud connector is also configured, our business application studio is also configured, and we already have installed this cloud connector in our last video. So if you haven't visited that video, I will provide a link in the description. So in the next video, we will be creating, or we will be going over to Business Application Studio. What are all the options available in this, and probably we'll try to create a new Fiori application which will connect to our on-premise ABAP system, and we show some records. That's all in this video. Thanks for watching, and as always, if you like the content, please subscribe, leave the comments if you have one, or if you want to share anything, suggest anything, comments are welcome. Thank you.